First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they should not escape. Alright? Now, I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rak Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles and great millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, I'm going to play a couple of video clips and a little bit of audio from this, and then I'm going to continue on.
Looking at the supply chain chaos that is happening around the globe, and this looks to be something that is heavily orchestrated here. It looks like a lot of the world leadership is in on this, and a lot of the goods coming out of China, getting snagged out there first. Once they do get to the United States, they have to sit in queue, and then if they do get unloaded, some of those containers are just sitting in areas. Mountains of containers are stacking up, like in Chicago. We have witnessed the West Coast ports of the United States see an increase of boats that are just sitting in the water. They have now shattered a record. Just a couple weeks ago, it was at 40, and they were talking about the record. Here just yesterday, as we had seen, it was at 61 and potentially still climbing as of today. A record amount of boats just sitting in the water off the coast of California. And everyone wonders where their goods are. It's because of the scam that you're in. That's what this whole thing was. We're being choked off. Can you?
Alright, that was a little bit from Dabu 7 video. I'll probably put the link in. And then this is Full Spectrum Survival, a little bit from one of his videos.
Goodbye and the spam calls. Hello to a phone plan with built-in spam blocking. See you later.
Salakia for the commercial. But here we go.
We are being told right now that there is an imminent threat to the global food supply chain as organizations around the world warn that not only is a fertilizer crisis going to drive up cost and drive down production, but also a massive meat crisis is already starting to hit regions around our planet. A perfect storm of events, they say. That is what experts are calling what is happening right now. Plant shutdowns, government control measures in the industry, weather extremes, crop shortages, empty silos, and now record high chemical fertilizer prices are expected to raise the price of your food at the grocery store to such a level that you might see another 15% increase in your cost of goods. The prices for urea, a nitrogen-based fertilizer, skyrocketed earlier this month to the highest level since 2012.
All right, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 6, and I'm going to start at verse 22. And suddenly should the sold places appear unsown, for full storehouses should suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet should give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time should friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth should stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains should stand still, and in 3 hours they should not run. Alright, so pretty much it's saying, that the full storehouses are gonna go empty, alright? Because there's a lot of stuff going on, and with these mandates getting ready to come down for that soul glow, and I've been talking to a lot of other drivers, and there's a lot of people who not even in the truth for no religion period. They just don't want to be told what to do, or just don't trust this. And it's a lot of drivers planning to simply walk away from their jobs if these mandates come down on the trucking industry, which is going to cause a major shortage in everything, on top of everything you already hear that's going on. Alright? So it's something to keep in mind. Because at verse 22 it say, in suddenly, in verse 22, And suddenly should the sold places appear unsown, and the full storehouses should suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet should give a shout, which when every man hears, they should be suddenly afraid. So pretty much, it ain't gonna be nothing in the storehouses. Alright? So that's just something to keep in mind. Alright. So now we're going on to the 25th verse. Whoever remaineth from all this that I have told thee should escape and see my salvation in the end of the world. And the man that received it shall call it whom have not tasted death from their birth. The hearts of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and the sheep shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which had been so long without fruit shall be declared. And right now, some of this truth is beginning to come out, and people are starting to understand that they have been, lied to. With everything that's starting to happen, people are waking up, right? And that's why, Esau Edom is getting much more of a hearing. And then on top of that, you got what they call natural immunity getting ready to kick in, and they want to get their plan out the way and want everybody to take their soul glow before that can happen. And natural, only takes 2-3 years to develop from just about any natural sickness. So they trying to get this on done in a hurry. Alright, this is Matthew 24th chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 20th verse. Alright. Pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to the time, no, nor ever should be. And except these days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, these days should be shortened. Then if any man should say unto you, Lo, here is a Mashiach, or there, believe it not. For there shall also arise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and should show great signs and wonders, in so much that if it was possible, they would deceive the very elect. Alright, so pretty much, it's time to be on high alert and just be ready for anything. And anybody who's telling you that everything is looking good, or that everything's looking like it's going to be alright right now, is pretty much a false prophet, or that people of the Lord don't have to go through anything, that the elect is not going to have to suffer through anything. It's pretty much a false prophet. Alright? But the thing to be doing right now will be, preparing. Of course, our trust is in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. But it ain't nothing wrong with you having what you need to survive in your house, just in case, that's where you end up at for a while. Alright? This is 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 70. For there shall be in every place in the cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They should be like madmen, sparing none, but stealing, spoiling, and destroying those that fear the Lord. Alright, so the people that fear the Lord and not man, they ain't gonna be down with this agenda. Is not planning on taking this soul glow. Alright. For they should waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Alright, so the Lord is saying they should waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So that's why you don't put no trust in what they call doomsday prepping, Although, even though it is a good idea, to trust, to do, be ready, but you don't put no trust in it. Because this is telling you they're going to find ways to get people out their houses. Then should they be known who are my chosen. They should be tried as gold in the fire. Alright? So when the Lord say when they cast people out their houses, that's when you're going to know who are the Lord's people. Alright? Because the people who ain't of the Lord, they're going to get down with Esau and Judah and take that soul glow. And hell, they probably glowing already right now. So the chosen people of the Lord is not going to be with this thing. And and you just supposed to get ready, because you're going to have to go through something. And you're going to have to fight through something. And you're going to have to be proven, all right, that, you are the part of the Lord's chosen, all right? And, let's see, I have one more. Oh, yeah. Then, because, Revelations, the 13th chapter, 15th verse. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Alright? So that's Revelations 13:15. And we all can see right now that this soul glow might not be the MOTB, MOB, whatever you want to call it, but this soul glow is part of the image of the beast. Alright? And when you deny this, you are not worshiping the image of the beast. And what did the scripture say? It say, as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Alright? So this is letting you know that, ultimately we're going to have to rely on the Lord. Alright? And that these people are going to seek to kill the people who are not worshiping the image of the beast. And we also know that another meaning to that word kill is to separate. Alright? So that's another thing to keep in mind. It could actually mean kill, but it also means to separate, to be pushed out of society. Because they're talking about taking away people's bank accounts, jobs, homes, everything behind this. Not being able to go to the grocery store. I mean, if you do not get down with this beast system, they are finna put you completely out of society. And there's nothing wrong with trying to get a little prepared for it ahead of time. But ultimately, we put our trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And with that, Shalom.